Hey guys, what's up? It's Biscaboo Horror Reviews, and I'm here with a new video. This is my favorite first-time watches of January. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see if I can turn this into a little series. At the end of the month, I'll give short little reviews on a handful of movies that I watched that I thought were interesting or that I liked. So, that's what it's gonna be. So here's the first one. We've got some interesting titles today. Okay, so up first is 1973's Bat Pussy. This is considered the first porn parody film. It is essentially about the super heroine Bat Pussy, who for some reason wants to stop this couple from fucking, so she goes and tries to stop them, and it's mostly just this couple fucking. It's really unerotic. It is like the most unarousing and just kind of gross piece, like one of the most unerotic pieces of pornography I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen some shitty 70s porn, and this is pretty fucking bad for 70s porn standards. The main reason I liked it is because it was just like, the bits with Bat Pussy in it are really fucking good, and they almost make the rest of it worthwhile. Almost. This one is like a 1 out of 5. This one sucks. I wouldn't recommend this to most people. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it again, but it kind of blew me away. I watched it with one of my friends on Discord, and we had a great time with it. So, hopefully you'll have a great time with it. Oh boy, this one's gonna take some explaining, huh? So, up next is the 2010 film, from Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic, Kickassia, the first Channel Awesome film. I really don't want to have to explain what any of those words mean, but if you know what those words mean, you know that this is some shit, and you probably already know what Kickassia is. To put it as like generally as possible, it basically, at one time there was this super big like internet empire known as Channel Awesome that has kind of fallen off. They're still around, but they've fallen off, and they've had controversies and shit. But they used to host like so many different people who did so many different things in terms of reviews, and for like shits and giggles, the guy who founded Channel Awesome, he decided, okay, let's make a fucking movie and get everybody together for it. And he got everybody together to make the movie. And that's kind of what I like about this movie the most, is the fact that it's like a bunch of guys who are friends making a movie together. Even if this, I don't even want to call this a movie. Like, this is literally just awful. It is so fucking bad, but like it's another one where I watched it and I was like, this is great, this is hilarious. And maybe it was the fact that I have no context for who any of the people in the movie are, because I'm sure with context it probably makes more sense, but like without context, which is how I saw it, I literally know like some of the Spoonie lore, and some of the lore surrounding like Angry Joe and Doug, and that's really it. I have no background for this, and this was fucking hilarious. This one, I don't even give this a rating, because I refuse to acknowledge this as something that actually exists and is tangible. But because because it does indeed exist, and because it is indeed tangible, you can watch it right now on YouTube. And I'd say fucking do it. Do it. Okay, up next is the newest film from Sam Salerno, friend of the channel and, all-around interesting filmmaker. This is his first animated feature, Erotomaniac. And, wow. This one kind of blew me away. It's a very bizarre sort of story about a guy, and this woman starts stalking him, and things progress from there. But like, it's also kind of like a lot more than that. It's very interesting. It's not... Ooh, I would not say the animation is good. You can tell that this is definitely Sam's first outing. But, like, if you can vibe with some jank animation, if you can vibe with some animation that isn't the highest of quality, then this is worth looking into, especially if you like cult animation. You know, stuff like, I'm not saying this is as disturbing as any of this guy's stuff, but it reminds me sort of like Jimmy Screamer Claus, how his work is, like, good if you can look past the obvious thing that keeps you from identifying it as good. But I still really like this one. It's got some interesting people in the cast, like Ari Lehman, for example. This one's on Tubi. You can watch it right now, and I do recommend it. This one is like, it's like a 3.5 out of 5 for me. I think that's fair. Alright, up next is Skinamarink, the one that everybody's been talking about. I even talked about this on Twitter already, but I caught this in the theater, and immediately after seeing it, I didn't have much to say about it. I didn't know what I could say about it, because it was so fresh, and, like, it just left me speechless. It's been a long time since a horror movie left me immediately speechless. After letting it digest and everything, I think that Skinamarink is a really great horror film, and I think it should, and I hopefully think it will, go down as one of the greats of this current millennium, or, you know, of all time, hell, even. Fuck this millennium. What am I doing? I think it's worthy of all of the praise that it's getting. And I agree with most of the praise that it's getting. I think it's a really, really great film, but it's not a normal movie. No, if you are not into experimental films, if you're not into art house stuff, you might not be able to vibe with this one. I'm sorry, my voice is going for some reason. But, yeah, Skinamarink, still a pretty good movie. Essentially about two children who wake up in the middle of the night and realize that all the doors and windows in the house are gone, and so is their father. And spooky shit occurs. It is something else. If you're gonna watch it, I recommend either a theater, which is probably not in too many theaters anymore, but but a theater, or watching it in the absolute dark with headphones, because you gotta be immersed for this film to work. That being said, this is like a 4 out of 5, a 4.5 out of 5. This one's fucking great. You should see Skinamarink. Okay, this next one is a short film, so I can't really say much about it. This is a short film called The Psychotic Odyssey of Richard Chase. It's on YouTube, so you can check it out if you want. It's essentially a short documentary about this guy, Richard Chase, and, like, the crimes he committed, but it's told using dolls and action figures. It's very unique, very interesting, very cool stuff, and that's like a 4 out of 5 for me. Next, I saw the new Brandon Cronenberg film, Infinity Pool, and I gotta say, I'm disappointed by it. Only a little bit. I really liked Possessor. I thought Possessor was amazing. I caught that at the drive-in. And Antiviral, I've always thought, ever since I saw it when I was in high school, I've always thought Antiviral was brilliant. So, for Infinity Pool, I was hoping for something, like, even more insane. And, you know, the reviews for this one, the reviews are out here claiming that this film is super depraved and immoral and disturbing. Not really. Like, I think the NC-17 cut probably could have made the pass. I'm gonna assume that they didn't have to cut much to get an R, honestly, because from what I've heard, the stuff they cut, it's like, yeah, I can see that, but like, they could also let that pass with like a heavy R rating. Essentially, it's about a couple at a resort. They meet another couple, and they go on a misadventure together in this foreign country. It's of sorts. it's definitely disturbing at times. It's definitely existential. It kind of lacks focus is one of the problems I have with it as well. Like, it doesn't feel like things don't feel properly set up. Things feel like they happen a little too fast, I think. But even then, I still actually quite liked liked Infinity Pool. Even if it did disappoint me, this one's like probably a 3, anywhere from a 3 to a 3.5 out of 5. Like, because some days I think about it and I'm like, yeah, that movie's like a 3-star film, and other days I think about it and I'm like, nah, that movie deserves more credit. In the week it's been since I've seen it, I've been thinking about it back and forth. But yeah, that's it for that one, Infinity Pool, and I think we've got just one more left. One more. So the final movie is Witchcraft 70. It is a Italian Mondo documentary that, by today's standards, is probably like racist and horribly misinformed. But as something to watch on a rainy Thursday afternoon, it vibes perfectly. Supremely satanic 70s Mondo horror vibes. If you love rituals and sex cult scenes, this has got it. So many great satanic aesthetics in this film, and you love to see it, honestly. But then out of nowhere, they kill like 3 or 4 animals back to back, just out of nowhere, and it's not fun. It's never fun. But it's especially not fun here because you're interrupting something that, for the most part, is, you're just having a laugh with. You're just vibing along to. You're not even watching it. You're having it on in the background as you're writing a paper on, I don't know, society. Am I funny? Please tell me, am I funny? I don't know. Either way, it just kind of sucks. It interrupts the vibe, you know. In all honesty, this one probably doesn't deserve a rating, but I don't know why I keep like gesturing over here as if I'm going to put in the effort to put in some kind of graphic or text that says my rating. But yeah, this one probably doesn't deserve a rating, but I'm going to give it a 3 and say that it's probably the only Mondo movie that's really worth watching. You know, if you have to watch any of these kinds of movies, this is definitely one that I think is like worth checking out. You know, if this is your thing, I should say. Or if you're being forced to watch one of these movies, this is the best choice. It's got probably the least amount of animal cruelty of any Mondo film ever, so that's, you know, probably the least amount. I can't confirm that. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, I had fun making it. Honestly, this is the first time I've like shot a video where I've been like, the whole time I've been energetic and I've been happy about it. I hope this energy lasts long enough for me to edit this. Holy fuck, that is going to be a chore. Anyway, guys, that's it. This has been it. It's Biscuit Boo Horror Reviews signing off. Peace.